Bum, 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 bum. Not sure if the sound is any good, so guess we'll do a little test run here. Testy test test. So if anyone decides to pop in and talk with me on this Sunday night for the next 8 minutes of Sunday night, then by all means, pop in the chat, see what's going on. I'm going to show off some books tonight. I haven't had a chance to do a haul video in a while. We kind of like not focus on doing haul videos and just focusing on the live shows, I guess, I've been doing. So wipe the sleep out of my eyes, man. Yeah, it's been a it's good to see you. I see we got people from around the world that are up right now, so that's cool. I'm just I'm doing good, man. Thank you for asking. Yeah, so just screwing around tonight. I'm gonna show off some books that came in. Nothing major. I'm just kind of bored. I have the night off from work, so we got Mr. Kyle Waka. How you doing, sir? I was just watching your video actually, and I was like, I should make a video tonight. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go live and do a video. So yeah, you're showing off some sweet books. What's up, Sam's Tangle Web? Got my boy Escargo80 in the chat, man. Not sure what time it is there, but you up for the day, or you just popping up because you got a notification? But yeah, I got my Remember the North Remembers wolf shirt on. You know, winter is here, guys. Even in Texas, it's kind of chilly. Like we're supposed to get like 30. Oh, it's 9 a.m. there? Nice. That's not near as bad as I thought. I thought you were like 7 hours. So I thought it was like super early, but that's all good. Yeah, since you're in the chat, man, I want to take the opportunity. I know I showed it off. What's up, Thanatos? How you doing, Matt? This is the book that was gifted to me by my friend Escargo80 right there. So we have a little book exchange program here that we do, but sort of, kind of. But yeah, this is a 9.6 signature series, Adam Hughes, ASM 800. So I know I showed this off in the live in Thursday night show, but you can never show this off enough, right? I mean, it's beautiful. Maybe we get it without a glare would be great. But yeah. Anyways, I hope everyone's doing good tonight. I'm feeling like a night owl since I work overnights. I'm on that sleep schedule, so being a night off, I just might as well pop in. Matilda Gothica, how have you been? See, I do these late night shows more often, man. I get the people from around the globe, man. That's how we're doing it. PJ, every time. So yeah, I got just kind of chilling out. I was going through some books, and then I know you guys probably, if you watched the live feed, you heard my rant about Unknown Comics and my now displeasure for that company. I did finally get my books from them a month later, so I finally got the books in. So I'll show those off tonight. Matilda, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I am not complaining. I got some cool things in the pipeline here that I can't wait to announce here very shortly. For me personally, nothing to do with Comics and Cold Ones or the channel, but yeah, I have the Gwen Stacy cover too, man. Actually, that we submitted them back in April to CBCS, the ECC exclusive cover. So I have one for myself and one for Escargo80. So I'm still waiting. I don't know what the heck the deal is. I put some emails out to see what's going on with that situation. Like, it just seems really excessive that we're now in November and those two books haven't come. But at the same time, like maybe a couple weeks later, I submitted Daredevil 600 whenever that came out, signature series with Adi Granov, and I think is it Charles Soule that did the writing? I can't remember, but vacuum, sweet. But yeah, we submitted a couple of those books, but I just got notification that the Daredevil 600 is on its way. It got shipped out today, I believe. So or I guess there's no mail today, but sometime this weekend it was shipped out. So hopefully I will actually get um, that in, and then hopefully the Adam Hughes books will follow. And I think that's the last of my CBCS submissions for a while. I think I'm going to be submitting my next order to CGC. They're not signature series books, just my regular old graded books I want to get graded and whatnot. So we'll see. I know the last time I submitted to CGC, it went really fast. Compared, I mean, if you use CBCS and then it takes 7 months to get a book, and then you use CGC and it takes 7 weeks, you're like, oh, that was really fast. But you know, just it's all about perspective. So yeah, I do have. I'll show off. I should have a book later this week coming in. I think they're not going to ship it until Wednesday, but I was able to pick up a book that I'm going to send to CGC. CBCS is a grading company, so this company right here, Matilda, CBCS. So the cool thing about these guys versus CGC, I mean, they do a great job grading and everything. Signature series is really nice because you don't have to be paying them for a witness. You know, they kind of have facilitators that do it for little to nothing, or get it done for you in this case. Yeah, it's the same thing, basically the same thing as CGC. It's just, oh, I thought you wanted to see the back. No, you're back in the chat. I got you, Matt. But yeah, it's just a matter of, I don't prefer one service or the other. I just prefer a timely manner, I guess. I mean, I could probably get them done a lot faster through PGX, but I can't do PGX just because of the too much story that goes along with that company. So no, it's really not different plastic or anything. I mean, the holders might be a little bit different, but I mean, they're basically the same thing, just different labels, different companies, different third-party grading companies. So different than picking your favorite bank that you bank with. You know, banks offer the same shit. It's just a matter of whether you like one, prefer one over the other. Maybe one has cheaper fees, and you go with that bank. But if you guys didn't see this, I showed this off. So I hit my 1,000 followers on Instagram. Thank you all who are following me on Instagram. And if you're not following me, yeah, same with me, Matt. I was pro CBCS all the time, but like I said, I've been waiting since March for 2 books. I mean, that's like 8 months, guys. That's crazy. So I promised I'd be doing a 1,000 Instagram followers show or video. Thank you very much. And giveaway, right? So one of the books I'm giving away, I picked up on an auction because I wanted to give some slab books away, as well as I got some signature books. I got some sketches. I have all kinds of stuff going in this little prize pack, so it's going to be pretty epic once I get it all finalized here. But I bought this book on an auction. It's a beautiful book. It's a 9.4. It's the Bill Sienkiewicz Bullseye cover, so this is going to be in the prize pack. And with the prize pack, I'm going to make it worldwide, man, because I got followers from all over this freaking world on Instagram, and I don't want to, like, not support and show my appreciation to those people. So anyways, really cool Bullseye #1, Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Was shipped to me, and it came in. I think you guys probably saw this on the live show, but it looks like a shark took a bite out of it. It was packaged well, like bubble wrap, the whole 9 yards. But the postal service and the guy who shipped it to me lives like 2 towns away, like maybe 40 minutes. How do you get it on the prize pack? It's going to be on a live show, man. We're gonna do a giveaway on my 1,000 follower YouTube party, if you will. So we'll announce it here pretty soon. Pope and I will be on Comics and Cold Ones. We'll do a special show, kind of like we did with the Halloween party, probably on a Sunday night, just because it works best for my schedule to be able to drink and have fun since I don't work on Sunday nights. And you know, get a little tipsy, you might give away more stuff than you want, so there's always good for other people. But anyway, so this came, like, literally, he shipped it on Saturday. It was here on Monday, and the post office just destroyed the box. I mean, it looks like they were hell-bent on making sure something was damaged. And we're talking big, thick bubble wrap. It had, yeah, it was plenty guarded for a normal situation. But you know, it is what it is. I'll get it reslabbed for like $20 or something. Or if we do the giveaway beforehand, you know, if the person who wins it wants it just the way it is, then so be it. If not, I'll get it reslabbed for them. Um, so, anyways, yeah, lots of cool things coming down the pipeline. Sorry, I just got a message to make sure it was nothing important. I've been picking up a lot of books. We're going to have an auction this week. I think it's going to be myself, Brandon Stawinski, Drew Manchu, and Hudat Comics and things. Probably Wednesday night would be the best night to do that. Probably. I'll post a thing here. Matilda, I don't know if you know this, but Heather left a long time ago. I haven't really announced it to the YouTube community, but she's been gone for quite a while. She took off. She's a while ago. I don't even know exactly how many months, but yeah, she's been gone. So it's just me and the kids. She moved far away, so no big deal. It's life. But yeah, I apologize. I know I never really broadcast my personal life onto. No, you don't have to be sorry. Seriously, it's no big deal. It's her choice, and people make choices in life, and that's just that. So everyone else is good. The kids are good. I'm good. We're just trucking along, doing our thing. So no big deal. Yeah, exactly. I've been blessed in so many different ways through this community and the friends I've made. I talk about it ad nauseum, but it is a real thing. I know people don't know what goes on behind the scenes on YouTube people's lives, you know, because I don't really air my personal business too much. As far as like who I am, this is who I am as far as a person, but a lot of that stuff I just kept it behind closed doors with those who are close to me in the community. Escargo 80, of course, Pope Grammy, Great Legend, those guys that are a part of my outside of YouTube life as well. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I appreciate the nice thoughts and everything, but it's not a big deal. We've already done our grieving as a family, so it is what it is, right? So, but yeah, so this getting back to the slab thing, if someone wants, you know, whatever is in the prize pack, if someone wants the prize pack as it is, great. If not, I will certainly get it reslabbed for the winner. But there's going to be a ton of stuff in this little prize pack, so I'm excited to put it all together and just show some love to the community, for the community that's giving me lots of support. So. But yeah, next book I'm going to show off. I just posted on Instagram a little bit ago, and I showed it on the live show. But I know not a lot of people have time to watch the whole live show, so I think it kind of lengthy, especially when we're drinking. But I got these books in the CBCS 9.8 Signature Series, the Gabriel Dell'Otto cover. It's a wolf. If you watch Game of Thrones, you know, I'm a Stark, I guess. Yeah, so this one is the regular trade dress cover, 9.8, signed right there. The glare is terrible in these, but I guess it's a good thing, right? They're well protected. It's shiny, but cool book. The North remembers indeed. And then in the same order, I got the Virgin cover. Came back in 9.6 Signature Series. If you guys can see it there. Really cool, really cool. No demons, just my wolf. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That 9.8, 9.6. I bought them with the intent. I shouldn't say I bought them. I ordered them back, and I was going through my invoices. This is like March when this invoice hit through the guy I go through, and it was an investment, you know, opportunity. And I think maybe down the road here, Pope and I are going to do a little more shows on investment type stuff and whatnot. I mean, I ordered those books with the intent to flip. I'm not a 100% flipper by any stretch, but I also believe strike while the iron is hot, unless it's something you truly want for your personal collection. If it's something you're, you know, excited for. I'm not a Spider-Man fan per se. If it was maybe Gwen Stacy on the cover would be a different story, but it's a cool cover, really nice. It's a hot book right now. The version's really hot, and I'm gonna take advantage of that and hopefully make a little positive revenue on that purchase, and then put that towards something else. Um, for those of you who don't, I don't really talk. I haven't really talked about this at all because I was really on the fence. But I'm doing my own comic. Um, there's a little bit of a teaser I put out on Instagram, and one person commented and actually asked me about the teaser because they were curious. So on the logo for Comics and Cold Ones, the shark in our logo is holding a comic book, and that will be the comic book that will be coming out. So I have my artist now, so we're just working out the deals on that, and I'll probably start the Kickstarter campaign. I'm thinking maybe after the first of the year, maybe. Um, well, I'm pitching it first of all. I have a couple companies I'm pitching it to, and if they do not bite, then we'll do the Kickstarter route. Um, so with that being said, it's a goofy, it's a fun little book. It's not anything serious as far as like superhero related, or and it'd be kind of odd for those who know me, you know how much I like dark, twisted stories and stuff of that nature. It's very humorous. It was I wrote it about 10 years ago as like a I wanted it to be like an Adult Swim show. Like that was my whole intent back then. Was I wanted to like option it for a cartoon, but I didn't have uh, the know-how or the what do you want to call it? I was really shy. I'll just put it that way. I was scared to let go of this property to put it out there and see what happens. I was scared of negative feedback or someone didn't like it or whatever. And 10 years later, I'm a different person when it comes to that kind of stuff because I put myself on YouTube and you're held into a different light all the time, and feedback is instant, right? It's people are like, oh, thumbs down or whatever. It is what it is. But the story, so far, I have about 12 issues written. I'm working on the format because screenplay versus comic book scripting is a lot different. I learned, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, hopefully I don't have to go the Kickstarter route, and we can do it with a comic book company. We'll see. I will have to send them over the script. I'm just fine tuning some stuff, and the artist is working on the first few pages now, just to kind of give me kind of what she is capable of doing with these characters. It's kind of along the lines of as far as looks and feel would be something along Rick and Morty, I guess, would be a good comparison. Thank you very much, Matilda. I hope it does well enough that it was designed for TV. So hopefully if it does well in the comic book form, then maybe we can pitch it down the road for a cartoon or something. We'll be rolling out some merchandise for it too. I already have some plans for T-shirts and shot glasses and beer glasses and things of that nature, and hopefully a toy line. But that's way down the road, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But no, it's exciting. It's really awesome. I don't know if you guys watched the episode that we did with the CBI press team that did Helicious. I agree with you. Icon absolutely feels like it's the right time. Like the stars have kind of lined up in a way this year that I felt like this is the time to go. And so I was visiting with the CBI press team, and we were just talking stuff. And I was chatting with the writer for Helicious, and I was like, I'm having a heck of a time finding an artist. I've reached out, had conversations with like 3 or 4 different people from Instagram, from whatever. And just nothing has clicked, nothing has worked. I even spoke with the girl who designed our logos and everything for my book as well as our show. So, anyways, she's like, "Well, just throw it out there on one of your live shows. Just throw it out there what you're looking for." So on Thursday night, I threw it out there. By Friday morning, I had a message from a viewer said, "Hey, my stepdaughter is looking to break into stuff, and this is some samples of her work." And it was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like." The colors are vibrant. It was like perfect match, right? So we started messaging each other. We've been talking for like 3 days. She's working on the first few pages now, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And like I said, I hope that we can have it ready for C2E2, at least for the Kickstarter, if that's what it comes down to. Because I will be at C2E2 this year or next year in March. So any of you guys that are going, I really, really hope to meet up with some more YouTubers. We had a great time in Dallas this year. Got to have dinner with like 17 different YouTubers, and that's where friendships are made, right? I mean, we all talk on here and do stuff, but just getting to see someone in person and sit dinner with them and break bread, if you will. It's always a good time, and I look forward to doing more of that. And um, Chicago should be a lot of fun because we're having a lot of people get together. My little sister's going with me. I say little, she's in her 30s, but she's my baby sister nonetheless. So she's going to be fun to hang out with. And it's, since I left home at such a young age, or I left Texas when I was 18 and moved to the Midwest, North Midwest. So we didn't really get to bond much as an adult because I've been gone. So we went and watched the Halloween movie together. What's up, Blaster Stash It? That was our first movie we have seen together, her and I, since the 1986 My Little Pony movie that we went to as kids. So it was kind of cool just to hang out with my sister and watch a scary movie. But now we're going to be traveling to Chicago together, and hopefully I can keep her safe away from Drew Manchu. Just kidding. I think they'll get along great. They both have a similar love for alcohol, so it'll be perfect. Yeah, so what I got this week from my order, I finally received my order from Unknown Comics. And it took me going to Facebook to get them. I emailed them. So I got some books in, and I will show them off. So I feel like late to the party with some of this stuff because some of it I bought with the intent of giving away, and I still can. It's just frustrating because maybe by now everyone's got the dang thing. But I did get the Artgerm Catwoman #4. Still a beautiful cover. I think this is probably the most elegant cover Artgerm has ever done. And I just mean it's literally a beautiful book. So it's just seriously. So I got a couple copies of those. Just like I said, a little late to the party on that, which is okay. I mean, sure someone will still want them. So it looks like we're going to have some new guests coming on the show pretty soon too. So I'm excited to announce that as well. Then Unknown Comics was doing I assume it's an Unknown Comics exclusive or an exclusive to someone. The Amazing Spider-Man #6 with the trifecta of beauties here. I went with the trade dress instead of the extra price for the Virgin, just because of financial things, and I still want to have this cover because it's got my girl Gwen Stacy on there, and she's looking classy as ever. I think Mike Mayhew does phenomenal work, and this is just another piece to his ever-growing puzzle of covers. But no, I think, I definitely think someday when I meet my real-life Gwen Stacy, she better be able to rock the boots like that. That's all I got to say. But no, it's a beautiful cover, man. That's probably send that one in to get submitted to CGC as well. It's a pretty high-grade copy. Just kind of trying to get more books slabbed. I think that's gonna be my goal for 2019. I just picked up a couple books tonight on an auction, so we'll see. And then I have most of these already, but I bought them because you don't want to just buy one book when you're buying. I didn't realize they were going to ship my stuff so late and all together when I placed my original orders. Otherwise, I probably would have done things differently. But regardless, I needed one of these books anyways. So I picked up Unnatural #1, the regular cover A. And I already have the full run and variants and nude covers and all the crap that they did. So I went back. I did not get this. So Unnatural #2, the Artgerm cover. So this was cool. That's really what I went for. But I figured to pick up an extra #1 because I can see this story kind of becoming a thing. I picked up the #3. This is not the cover I have. I have the inappropriate cover. So cool to get that. And then I picked up the cover B by Bengal. I don't know if it's cover B or cover A. But I did not have this one either. I have the one with the wolf on it. So yeah, she's a pig chick, man. I haven't read the story yet, to be honest with you, but I plan on doing that tonight. Like, I'm just going to sit down and read these 4 issues And hopefully I can talk about it on Thursday night show with Pope Grimy and I for Comics and Cold Ones. And then I had ended up getting like shoot 5 or 6 copies of this. I already gave away the other ones, but I picked up 2 more of these. There was a guy. I can't remember if Hakan, if you had actually tagged me in the Facebook post this guy was doing. Someone tagged me in it. It's the only reason I found out about it. But they were doing like these Venom books for like $5 for shipping, and the book was free. But you could claim up to 2 books. So I got 2 books, and I got them in today or yesterday, Saturday, whatever that was. Both very nice, high grades, better copies than I had originally, and I gave all mine away already to various YouTubers and people. So, anyways, got these in, pretty cool. So, nothing wrong with some free books in your life. And then, since I love independent books so much, and I talked briefly on it on Thursday night's live show, but I found this book on YouTube going through another artist's page and whatnot, and came across a book called Danica Shade. It's about an elf lady. It's written by Frances Burns with art by Don Walker, I believe. Yeah. So, pretty cool. They sent me all kinds of free stuff with their little pack that they sent out. You got a couple prints. Like, I just bought the one book, and then you got some prints, which is cool. Not a huge print guy, but I think those will make good prize pack giveaway items, and it helps support the artists and their stuff. And then they had like a little novella that they sent along. There's really very little art in here, so I might sit down and read that this week as well to see what it's about, so I can talk more about it. Supported like a million Kickstarters for the month of November. Holy crap! If you guys haven't seen, yeah, so it has been Kickstarter after Kickstarter after Kickstarter, and that kind of definitely dipped into my buying budget for the next few weeks. But that's okay because it supports a good cause, and you guys know I'm a big Kickstarter guy. I don't know if you guys follow the CBI or CBSI Hot Books Top 10 and all that stuff that comes out, but they've been talking a lot about Rags, which you can see behind me there in that collage, the Rag zombie. She is just gaining steam, man. They're just some really hot books, and I a few months ago joined their Patreon page, and I did not know this when I joined. But certain Patreon members, certain dollar tier members, you get Patreon exclusive cover. So I got confirmation that I'll be getting October's and November's. So I was like super stoked about, because they do some really cool covers and they're only on Patreon. You cannot buy them. So I think it's issue 1 and issue 2 will both have Patreon covers, and issue 3 as well when that comes out. But for right now, they're doing 1 and 2. So really cool. They're variant covers. I don't even know what they look like. One of them, I think they called it the Call of Duty cover, so whatever that means. But he sent me a message that my first book has shipped, and I am in line for the next one. So pretty cool and a good investment. I mean, for independent books like that, and I really do think that this Rags book will take off. If I was going to call it a spec book, I would say just buy and hold right now, because a strong female lead, a zombie movie or zombie tale, and it's a different zombie tale. It isn't necessarily like the run-of-the-mill stuff. Military background. I think that has a lot of potential for a TV show or a movie or something down the line, and that's when stuff really heats up. But even the original releases that they did, the Patreon ones, are going for like $200 and $300, ungraded. These are they're very limited. Only for example, looking at the list, only 170 copies for issue 2 were made for the Patreon cover. So that's not a lot of copies in a world of hot books and stuff. So if you guys are into Patreons, yes, that is the one with the redhead in the bikini. Absolutely. So this is kind of some of my stuff I'm looking to send out to CGC. Just nothing major, no keys. I did pick up a Shazam #1 today in an auction, so I'll probably have to get that one pressed. And I was kind of thinking, like, you guys have probably seen that Ghost Spider cover, right, with Ji Hung Lee. And I was going through some stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh, he's done a few Marvel covers, and I already had this one in my collection, so I was pretty stoked to see this. I was wondering why I was drawn to this cover so much, right? Well, besides Bloodstone, but um, yeah, I love he's an anime style. So I believe he was a manga artist or is a manga artist prior to Marvel stuff, but I'll have to do a little more research on that. I think he has a manga title. Well, just a second, let me look because I was just literally just looking it up earlier. So bear with me as I peruse the internet. And he has some amazing stuff on DeviantArt. Uh, yeah, he's fastly growing to be one of my favorite artists in general. So I'm trying to slowly put together his little books that he's done so far. He did a Harley commission or Harley cover or something. That's not a cover. That's absolutely stunning, and everyone knows about the X-Men Red. You know, the butt one. I know Escargo 80 has got one. That's a beautiful cover too. Um, so we'll see here. He's done some. Yeah, he has all kinds of stuff out there. His website is full of amazing fantasy art that he does and whatnot. So, um, anyways, I don't know. I thought he did a manga as well. So let me see here. Yeah, he did a Chung Li. He just does some amazing stuff over on ArtStation.com. If you guys aren't familiar, his name, I'll type it in the chat here. Um, I'm terrible with pronouncing names, but his over on ArtStation.com. Yeah, the Iceman cover is really sweet too. I was just looking at that the other day. Yeah, ArtStation.com. Check him out. He's on Pinterest as well. He's got stuff. Here's you guys can see this Harley Quinn. It's sick, but it needs to be a cover. Like DC needs to step up their game and just make this into some kind, or someone needs to step up their game. Do a Harley Quinn exclusive. This is just one of those, like, I'm not even a Harley Quinn fan per se, but I would be a fan of this guy's artwork in my collection. So, but he's just got tons and tons of stuff that he's just puts out there that's flipping amazing. Um, Now, I have to double check. This is a guy with the same name, so I don't want to assume that it's him. But the manga is called Demon Diary, and there's several volumes out there. I just don't know if it's the same, Ji Hung Lee. I mean, it's spelled the same. Everything's the same. So um, I could see, it being an older, manga style, maybe something he did in his younger days. But um, he has that Thor 705 cover that's next on my. Uh, See you later, Matt. Yeah, thanks for popping in, man. Yeah, he's on Instagram too. I definitely follow him on there. Um, I, anytime I can see his artwork, I'm there. But I'm gonna check out this Demon Diary manga and see if he is in fact the person who did that. But he has like some fantasy art like this here. Um, just a chick riding a panther, and it's freaking epic. Um, yeah, I'd hang that on my wall. I'd love to have a whole wall of his work. To be honest, like he's literally one of my favorite people as far as artists go right now. Just digging his stuff so much. Yeah, I'm not really sure what all he's got going on. So that much random. Never show your internet history to people. I wish you would do like another like X23 or X23 cover with maybe the full figure front showing and everything. Not that I'm complaining about her butt, but you know, I mean it's a great cover. The Iceman cover that we were just talking about, that one's nice. I need to do like an artist spotlight or something on him. I was hoping to get some more of his books before I do that though, because sometimes people you start showing books and people drive the price up. But just his fantasy stuff, he could do a whole Babes of Blades collection. I'd be super okay with that. There's another artist I'm talking to right now. She's in Poland. Her name, I think I put it on a spotlight on one of my. I missed something in the chat. Who gets nude in the first issue? Well, see, she's going back to Rags. She's not nude in the first issue per se because they cover her up with like little bunnies and stuff. But if you get the uncensored version, which was a download only, she's definitely full on nudity. So I do have the digital copies as well because they were like 99 cents. And I wanted to read number 2, and that was the only way to get it at the time because it just now hit stores and it's sold out and going for $30 an issue. So I've already read issue 2, and we'll read issue 3 digitally when it comes out. Whew, man, the Ghost Spider, right? Yeah, that's interesting because I've been watching it really closely. I do have a copy coming in. I will say that that's my treasure that should be here at the end of this week, and it will be going straight to CGC. But man, knowing that it was a 1 in 100, so there's not going to be a whole lot of issues out there in general. I can see it settling somewhere along the lines of the Ms. Marvel #2, the Melina cover. I think it has potential long. So once all the Spider-Gwen fans get it locked up in their collections and there's none out there, you're going to start seeing it creep back up because right now the market's kind of just flooded, if you will. I'm not flooded. There's a few copies every day that pop up, right? So I think once collectors have got it in their collection and it's put away, you're going to start seeing it dry up. I would not be surprised if it doesn't hover around that $800 to $1,000 book at some point. Slabbed or not slabbed, I'm going to say raw. I think it's going to be very similar to what Spider-Verse #2 has become, the Greg Land cover. I think once the movie comes out in December with the Spider-Verse movie, that's going to fuel more interest into the character. It's a character that hasn't been on the big screen yet. No one's really touched on Spider-Gwen, if you will. So, I think it still has potential for growth. I don't think it's done yet. I haven't seen, seen some around still hovering around that $500, $600, $700 mark the last couple of days. I can see it once those dry up. People are going to still want this book, and then you're going to get new viewers, new people want this book because it is a classic cover. Like there's something about that cover. There's something about the heroes in the rain that we love. It's something about I don't know, her, the headphones, like what, I don't even know what's going on. Just as soon as I saw it in previews, I started like calling comic shops and messaging comic shops, hey, you're going to get this, you're going to get this, you're going to get this. And ultimately, no was the answer. So of all the shops that I frequent or visit or go to, none of them ordered enough copies to get one. So what does that tell you? Not a lot of shops ordered 100 copies of that book. And that's okay. Doesn't mean there aren't some stashed somewhere, but I don't know how Marvel does their practices if they make to order type of things? Or do they only print what's ordered? I'm not really sure how that works. But with a 1 in 100, man, that's a pretty damn high ratio. And you just think down the road, 1-2 years, what that potential could be for that book, especially if something grows with that character. Because I don't want to get into like spec play, but as far as like me myself, I personally picked this. I was hell bent on finding a copy. I did. I got lucky because I didn't have to pay eBay prices, so that was a good thing. And it just went. It's going to go straight to flipping CGC, and we'll go from there because I want that one locked up for my personal collection for years to come. See what happens down the road. If it becomes I don't know, the one guy who sold his CGC, I don't know what it sold for. He had it listed at $2,099, and he sold it with a best offer option, so you don't really see what it sold for. I'd be kind of curious to know. But I would assume it probably went for around 15 to 1800 would be my guess, since it was the first 9.8, the only 9.8 at the time. So I think how many people are going to submit that thing to get graded because how many copies even exist? How many collectors are going to just put it in their collection and put it on their wall or whatever they do with it? So I'm definitely sending mine to get graded because I want to have that thing slabbed and locked up because that investment could become a true investment down the road. If someone needs to sell a book or something and you have an opportunity to make a huge profit, it's hard to say no sometimes, right? Because at the end of the day, guys, it's all just comics. It's all just stuff. It's not something I'm looking to take to my grave. And, hopefully I do the right thing and mold my kids to love comics as much as we do. And they're the next generation, because Lord knows I got enough kids that could support a comic shop. So we'll see. But yeah, otherwise, I don't have a whole lot going on tonight. I got some supplies in. Had my sister go pick some supplies up yesterday or the day before yesterday, and she was in the town 2 hours away that actually has supplies. But I did find, actually, my daughter found a shop that's only like 54 miles away from me, so I might be able to go do some hunting over there because I want to do. I was talking with Pope Grammy today, and I want to do a new segment on our show just for fun. So we'll see. We'll see what we find. It'll just be kind of a goofy thing, but fun nonetheless. So with that being said, I think I'm going to sign off here. We're at 45 minutes almost, and I appreciate you guys tuning in at such a late/early hour. I hope everyone has a great day out there, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.